Hello there, I'm Jason Renshaw and I am the author of World Adventure Kids. And one of the things about being a World Adventure Kid is learning lots of new cool stuff and really improving your knowledge. So what I'd like to show you here is how to use the World Adventure Kids WordWise worksheets. And if you fill these out, you'll really improve your ability to remember words and how to use them in English. So let's have a quick look. As you're going through World Adventure Kids, you'll go to different sections in the book, but we'll go to the start of the book here. And you might like to pick out some of the words that look a bit new or you think are a little bit special, and you might like to put them into your WordWise worksheets. So how do you do that? Well, for a start, let's have a look at this sentence here. World Adventure Kids are a special group of children. Perhaps you'd like to explore this word adventure a little bit more. So the first thing we do is go to the first part of our WordWise sheets, and we go to Unit 1, and we just write in that word adventure. And that's going to be the first word that we look at. And then in your WordWise book, that's number 1, so you're going to go to this part of your vocabulary building, number 1, in Unit 1. So let's go to that section and have a look. And what we want to do is fill out this whole section here, and it looks like a fair bit of work, but it's really going to improve your ability to remember the word and use it really well. So first we'll type in the word adventure here, and I might write it in capital letters just so that it's nice and big and clear. And the next section you might like to fill out on this this part of the sheet, this says L1, and that means your first language. Now if you are learning English as your second language, you might like to write what adventure means in your language, and you might like to use a dictionary to help you to do that. The next thing we want to do is practice writing the word adventure. Nice and simple. So we just write the word 3 times. Adventure, adventure, adventure. Whoops. And I'll just move that up so that there we go. And that's just to help you remember how to spell the word and how it feels to write it. And the next section we go to is grammar. See, most of it's pretty easy so far. Now we go to grammar, and you might like to use a dictionary again to help you with this, because words in English are nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs, or something else. So you might like to find out what kind of word it is, and then circle it on your sheet so that we know that adventure is a noun, it's a thing, or it's an idea. And now we want to go to related ideas, this section here. So for related ideas, the idea is to just think of other things and other ideas that are related or similar to the idea of adventure. So we might like to put something like, well, travel, because you normally need to travel to go on an adventure. You might put in backpack, because often you need a backpack when you go on an adventure. And you might just like something like new, because adventures usually involve doing something quite new. So we've got 3 related ideas for the word adventure. Now going back to your book here, what we want to do now is actually copy down the sentence in World Adventure Kids that used that sentence. So put the words into a sentence from the textbook. So World Adventure Kids are a special group of children. And that's the sentence that we found in World Adventure Kids, and that just shows us how it was used in the story. And then we want to use the word adventure in a sentence of our own. So something like, I really like to go on adventures. Okay, and that's just a way to help us use the word for ourselves. And then you can underline the words in those sentences, adventure and adventure, just to remind you. And the last thing you might like to do with this part of your sheet is to draw the word adventure. Now there's lots of different ways you could draw something like adventure, but I'm going to use a backpack, because that's the best way for me to remember what adventure is all about. And that's basically how you fill out your vocabulary sections in the WordWise section. It's a great way to learn new words and really improve your knowledge for World Adventure Kids.